1. Many people die from aloe vera plants, pigs, and lightning strikes, and while taking selfies, more people die in the jaws of sharks. Certainly, these sharks are not innocent creatures, or the most friendly fish in the seas, but they may not be as dangerous for us as we previously thought. According to the Shark Foundation, the chances of people winning the lottery, and that they are killed by pigs, or by the fall of aloe vera plants on them than they are likely to perish in the jaws of a shark. Let us add to you this example as well. Between 1959 and 2003, about 1,857 people died from lightning strikes in the United States of America alone, and in the same time period, about 740 people were exposed to accidents related to pennies, and about 22 of them died during that. 2. Sharks found on Earth 50 million years before the emergence of trees. Sharks appeared about 400 cents ago, while trees appeared only 350 million years ago. 3. Some of the living sharks were born today in Greenland before the English Civil War, and the oldest shark in the world may have lived in the same period that William Shakespeare lived. 4. Wildlife in the vicinity of a golf course in Brisbane, Australia, includes at least 6 bull sharks, which found themselves in the lake by accident after a flood that occurred in the area in the year 1996 that brought them there. There is now a course in a game golf is named after it. 5. A female sand shark may carry many embryos up to 50, and the largest of them feed on the rest. Scientists say that this is a competitive strategy, where the source of sperm is many different males according to research conducted by Damien Chapman and his team of marine biologists at Stony Brook University. The largest and strongest embryo in the womb of a mother shark devours and feeds on its siblings, so only one of them will survive. They also concluded that this happens when the eggs are fertilized by different male sharks, so the embryos compete, and in the end, survival is for the strongest who comes out into the world. This is called intrauterine cannibalism, or autophagy, which means, devouring one's brother. 6. Sharks may lose 30,000 teeth during their lifetime and regrow them, and this is because they are not actually teeth, but scales. Shark teeth are actually modified plaque scales with the same structural characteristics as regular teeth. They consist of an outer layer of enamel, with dentin and a central pulp cavity. Most have 5 rows of teeth that, when worn out, are replaced by the teeth in the next row from the back. The shark uses the teeth row in the front, which is considered the largest as well, and the teeth of the front row in the front are replaced by the nurse's sharks, for example, every 14 days during the summer when they are at their peak activity, compared to the winter season. 7. Great white sharks have a place of their own to hang out in the Pacific Ocean called the Shark Café. In 2002, researchers from the Monterey Bay Aquarium Research Institute identified an area between Hawaii and Baja in California, where great white sharks gathered from all the coasts of the American continent in the winter and spring seasons. These researchers were tracking these sharks via satellite tracking devices, and when they discovered that these sharks were heading to this region of the ocean, they made an unofficial image called Shark Café. 8. Most sharks can monitor the chromagnetic fields that other animals generate in the water, and this sense is very strong for great white sharks to the extent that they are even able to hear the heartbeat of their prey when they are close to them. Most sharks have receptor-like organs called electroreceptors. These sensors and sensory receptors track and monitor the electromagnetic fields that the activities of various animals generate in the water. Every living organism produces an electrical field generated by contractions and extensions of its muscles, which is observed by sharks, as the great white sharks have a much more powerful sense, which enables them to analyze and distinguish even the slightest changes that may reach a part of a billion volts, and this means that it can immediately track other creatures close by even if they are not moving. They can do so by feeling their heartbeat, making the great white shark one of the most unique predators on Earth. 9. A study showed that sharks also have crowded hours, as the study showed a significant increase in shark movement around Palmyra Atoll between 7 and 8 in the evening. The University of California used an acoustic camera, which is a sonar with a two-tone coding system, to study sharks. The researchers working on this study discovered that, just like humans, sharks also have a busy hour around the Palmyra Atoll near Hawaii. His research team was observing animals in the ocean using a dug channel dating back to World War II in the form of a road leading to and from a saltwater lake. Researchers recorded the movement of about 1,200 different piasters within a month, which came and went at about the same time every day, and their number rose significantly in the evening between 7 and 8 o'clock, and the reason for this may be because it favors hunting in the early evening 10. The short-finned mako shark is the fastest type of shark at all, and is known for its ability to jump up to 9 meters in the air. The mako shark is known to be incredibly fast, as it has a speed of up to 40 km per hour in very short and very fast runs of up to 75 km per hour. His speed allows him to leap in the air to a height of up to 9 meters, as he has been observed many times jumping near boats. In the previous July of this year, a mako shark jumped on a fishing boat near Long Island and caused panic. Among the hunters in 2013, near New Jersey, a mako, weighing 160 kilograms and measuring 2.5 meters in length, jumped onto a fishing boat after it was hit by one of the cruise hooks. 11. Effects of severe drunkenness were observed in some people after consuming untreated Greenland shark meat. Hikari is a popular dish and food in Iceland, made from cured Greenland shark that is hung to dry outside for about 5 months. Holly Shills, a professor of biology, medicine and health at the University of Manchester in the United Kingdom, says that eating the untreated meat of this shark specifically makes its owner drunk, due to the toxic substances it contains that make its eater feel dizzy and real as well. Greenland sharks have high levels of urea, a crystalline substance found in the urine from the breakdown of protein molecules in mammals, and trimethylamine oxide for short TMAO compared to other sharks. This TMAO compound is converted into toxic compounds by the human body, which is why people feel nauseous and dizzy if they eat untreated Greenland shark meat. 12. The bite of a great white shark is not comparable in strength to that of some other mammal, such as lions or tigers. According to a research paper, sharks do not have a strong bite in proportion to their huge jaws and very sharp teeth, and the lead researcher in this study, Dr. Daniel Hopper at the University of Tampa in Florida, said that compared to other mammals, these sharks have a relatively weak bite. They are able to grip their prey only thanks to their great speed, large heads as well, broad jaws, and very sharp teeth. This research team had carried out studies on different species of sharks before coming to this conclusion. 13. Discover that some sharks live in an active underwater volcano in the South Pacific Ocean. A report in 2015 detailed studies conducted by a group of scientists who discovered hammerhead sharks, silk sharks, and other types of sharks in the Pacific Ocean, all living in Cavachi, and Cavachi is one of the most active volcanoes near Vangwono in the Solomon Islands, just 18 meters below the water's surface. Surprisingly, this volcano is surrounded by extremely hot acid water. The team sent submersible robots equipped with cameras that recorded these sharks as they normally live in this volcano, and one of the members of this research team, Brennan Phillips, stated that no one knows how these sharks survived in such uninhabitable conditions, or if they were getting a warning advance in case the volcano was in the process of erupting. 14. There are sharks that live in the rivers Ganga and Brahmaputra in India. These sharks in particular are considered highly threatened with extinction, according to a report by the Council of the International Union for Conservation of Nature. The number of Ganges sharks decreased dramatically due to the fishing they were exposed to for their fins and jaws, and interestingly enough, they do not need salt water to survive, and they seem to do well in freshwater. Most of them are found in the rivers of Ganga, Brahmaputra, Hoveli and Mahanadi, but seeing them or noticing them is extremely rare, and many of them remain a mystery to us. These sharks in particular have very small eyes, and it is believed that their eyesight is very weak, due to the impurity of water in these rivers in particular. 15. The shark may enter a state of paralysis and fainting for up to 15 minutes if it is turned on its back. This inertia and paralysis occurs in sharks when it is turned on its back, and it enters into a state of coma or absence from consciousness, and when this happens, the shark's muscles, organs and respiratory activity relax completely, just as their lateral fins become straight and within 60 seconds they become rigid and motionless.